All right, everyone, we are back with the Maasai in the early modern era. We're about 1 star away from becoming the next culture, hopefully the Ethiopians. Probably my least favorite culture of the African culture pack, but we'll have to see how things go from here. We've been building wonders like crazy. We're still at the bottom of the pack, 6th place in terms of fame. That's because we've kind of been rushing. The AI has been like super slow. I think they're still in the medieval era at this point. And we're about to ascend to the industrial era, so it's kind of funny just how far behind they are. To the west and to the east, we have the Greeks to the south as well, and they're kind of cornering us. It looks like the Umayyads have kind of been upset by a ton of rebels. We've had to face them last episode and do a bit of damage to them. And then to the other continents, the Byzantines have kind of been dwarfed by the Aztecs, so they are also a problem facing us at the moment. And then there's been an interesting little East India company here, or I guess an East Muslim company, a bit of an oxymoron there, with the Umayyads. So really curious situation that's kind of going on there. There's also a regiment here. I think they're mercenaries that have been hired, not too sure. However, that kind of recaps our current situation and everything. So I think for now we're currently fine. I did want to build the Taj Mahal. We'll have to see when we get around to that. For now, I think we'll go with getting some market quarters out. That's a pretty efficient market quarter, I have to say. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get a merchant quarter out there. And that should be all fine and dandy. And then after that, we'll kind of connect that to our pier to start earning some stability. And I think we wanted to add some kind of food quarter here because we are starving a bit. That's probably the best spot, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, not too many great spots on the island here, unfortunately. So I guess what we have to deal with. Okay, that's part of living on a really small island. Okay, and can we get some more food from here? Okay, +7, not too bad. And that should help our population nails. Thieves of the seas. Oh, we have some pirates. Transoceanic trade is flourishing, but such richly veined routes are attracting vultures of the high seas. I think this event is new too. Pirates are rumored to be planning audacious raids on ships near the wealthy city of Lamu. Can we see where that is? Where is Lamu? I think that's one of our newer cities. Okay, that's Kiowa. Oh, that's our city right there. Okay, it's a port city. That makes sense. Unless the Empire responds, wealth that should go to the city is likely to go into the pockets of scoundrels. What is the right move? Just kill them all. You know what? I think we don't really need these pirates. I think getting overproductive, and it doesn't say there's going to be any more consequences aside from like a geopolitical shift. We're pretty centrist, actually. So I think that production bonus is probably the best thing we could do, since we're also pretty low on production as well. Okay. And because of that overpopulation, I don't really find any need to use mother's milk here, or whatever the ability is we have for the agrarians. So being agrarian 3 times, or at least I think 2 times, kind of does that to you. You get a lot of stuff to mess around with. Okay, we have a new city here. It is Inkare Nanyoki, or Nanyokie, and I think it is our first Maasai city, our first and our last Maasai city. We're going to continue developing this rich river region. It probably provides a lot of flooding and irrigation. That's a huge +21 right there. And it'll also be a great spot eventually when we become the Ethiopians to kind of exploit the nearby terrain. Okay, let's also grab this too while we're at it. All right, and our stability is just fine. Okay, and we're rapidly approaching, I think, 5th spot. We still have a ways to go in terms of fame. But the fifth Empire has been wiped out and they still have more fame than we do. So let's start upgrading our units here with the extra money we have, just to kind of flex our muscles. Okay, we are just amassing tons of money per turn. But one of my main, I think, I've talked about this in the last episode, but one of my main gripes with Humankind is that you can be like the most powerful empire in the world by far, but the AI can still beat you, or other people can still beat you in terms of fame. Looks like there's some weird glitch going on with the caravans. But yeah, that's just, I've always found that to be very, very odd. Like, you'd think I'd get some kind of passive fame bonus for being ahead, but I guess that's kind of to nerf scientific civilizations. Little do they know we're just playing to show off the African cultures, so. Okay, here we go. We probably need 1 more regiment, so I think that's a good idea. We are, what? Okay, fairly infantry focused. Let's grab... We don't really need settlers, do we? Let's grab a crossbowman. And I think... grab a farmer's quarter if we can. Really, really arid, dry land we have here. Okay. I don't know what we want to do with this right here. Probably a market quarter or a commons quarter. Either one. I think a commons quarter, I don't know. We're probably going to be expanding and building a lot more quarters. So I think right now a commons quarter here would be a good investment, or a research quarter. That's only +8. Let's go ahead and get a commons quarter. Okay, I'll take the non-aggression pact. You need all the help you can get. I might even ally with you. I'll have to see. Probably a good idea to kind of deter. These guys are even on our continent. I'll need to push them out to deter these guys. So that's what the Ethiopians will really be good for, deterring some of our neighbors here. Let's go and can we get some? Okay, we can get a pretty useful industrial zone right there. After that, I do want to connect to the harbor here. So let's get that +16 right there, and then I think a +13 here. Okay, that's going to give us tons and tons of gold, which is amazing. All right, and then let's get a market quarter over here too. And then after that, since we're building so many quarters so rapidly, I think it's about time we get another commons quarter. Ooh, but that is tempting. I guess, yeah, that's fine. We're getting 500 gold per turn, soon to be like 600 or 700. I guess we can afford to skip out on a market quarter here. Okay. And since no one is really ascending, I guess I can stay a few turns and skip that. Get some more fame for staying behind in this era. With the Ethiopians, what you want to do is build more garrisons. I already have one here. Not too impressive. It's just a bunch of huts. And then I guess I have this city here. No, it's just an outpost here. It just has some remnants of the Nubians right there. So I think maybe we'll build a hamlet. Okay, not too bad here. Such dry, barren land at the moment. Okay, let's get that there. And let's also get a commons quarter. We need some stability going around here. Those are amazing. Busted in Kong. Okay, let's get a commons quarter. And I think, what is this? Fundamental values. Garrison industry costs, will definitely grab that for the Ethiopians and their science bonuses. We'll stick behind this era. Remind me later. I don't think anyone is going to ascend right now, so AI has been very, very slow to do so. Okay, we'll grab this market quarter, get that up and running, and now we're pumping out 50 stability. These harbors are so good. I think the strategy now is going to be what's most useful over here. Probably some more makers quarters. Okay, and then I think we have a few good spots for science quarters as well. Okay, not a bad idea. All right, let's grab that, put it there. And I think we should be fine for stability since our capital is relatively stable. We do have some rebels attacking us. I've talked about this in the last episode, how I hate this so much, but they keep attacking us, which is super annoying. However, we do have a regiment defending us this time at least. So we'll kind of see how this goes. Let me move my archers around here. Make sure we're well covered. And here we go. Last time, we had a ton of rebels just attacking us, and they even fortified inside the walls, which I voiced my complaints about with Humankind's balancing. But I think today should go a bit better. Let's shoot from afar. Okay, we can't even shoot these guys here, can we? Let's get on higher ground then. Learn from Obi-Wan here. And can we shoot from here? No. Okay, that's a big disadvantage. Then let's attack these guys on the low ground then. Get our fortification bonus. And I guess hold off right now, because they don't have any ranged units, so they'll just be forced to attack us with our huge fortification bonus. And we're going to get some more experience while we do that too. Okay, but they are going to kill... that's unfortunate. They did kill my archer. I did not think about that. Let's attack the draftees here. Do some damage. They have the high ground. They're going to have a bit of an advantage. Hold back. Okay. And I guess just hold out for now. Let's move our peasants up here. I'll bring you back so I don't want you to die. We'll also bring you back here. And then put a few more peasants up to the front line. Or the meat grinder. And they should be fine. Let's end our turn. Grab some more fame while we're at it. It's too bad it doesn't have like a passive fame modifier it shows us. Okay, I think I'll go ahead and ascend the Ethiopians. I can't wait any longer. Let's go ahead and do that. Where are they? Am I missing them? There they are. Okay, and they are militarist. So a cool little thing is that they have the bonus military modernization, which means +5 science on garrison. So all of our forts will get a big bonus, which we have like 1. And then we also have the AMBA, which is a really cool mountain improvement or district or quarter, whatever have you. +5 stability counts as a fortification or a garrison, and then +1 combat strength. By itself, it's not that impressive, but it goes on the mountains and it's cool. And then I haven't really touched on the Oromo cavalry. They're kind of basic, but they have a cool UI design, and that's all that matters. Okay, let's get our unique uniform here. We're looking rather dapper, and I think that's all that I need to cover. Okay, there we go. We also, what are we doing here? Okay, we're continuing our next round, right? Okay, just kill this guy. Murder his family. Okay. I guess I'll shoot him from here if I can. Oh, I cannot. And then we'll finish him off with a great swordsman. Okay, there we go. And he did not. Oh, he did die. Okay, well, we. All right, that was surprisingly bad. I guess they made use of the terrain advantage there. We'll go ahead and rebuild. We have a fair bit of population here. So let's get a great swordsman and some. What is this? A crossbowman. 2 great swordsmen, and then 1 more crossbowman. We'll put these guys up front. I'll let that complete first. I'll put these guys up front, space it out. I do not like how the Umayyads are kind of progressing around and scouting my territory, though. That kind of concerns me, but we'll see where things go from here. Let's ascend. Okay.
The world gets larger. The cities
Right, I'm sure you guys have seen that. Okay, and now we are in the industrial era. Doesn't look too industrial, I have to say. Looks like the Ghanaians and the Umayyads finished a war. Okay, and we are industrializing rapidly. Let's go ahead and build an AMBA. The nice thing about this, okay, showing our science bonus, is that, where should we put this? I guess since it counts as a district, it could be used to, like, boost some commons quarters here, if we decide to put one. So let's build one here, and then afterwards, let's put a commons quarter right here. Okay, and that'll kind of count towards that. We'll put this up first, just because we like the look of it. And then after that, we don't have any, I don't think any places for the AMBA here, do we? No, that's unfortunate. What do we want to build? Let's build a market quarter. We built those to death. And then I think we'll go ahead and research, what is this? Saltpeter? So we can start training some musketeers. That's also any commons quarters near the mountains. Maybe I'll build one here. Let's just build the, so we'll just build it here. There we go. And after that, I'll put it up front too. We'll go ahead and build, I think, an AMBA. I don't have really too many places to build it. Let's build it here. There we go. And then an AMBA here. We could probably fit in a quarter here. Let's just build it right here. Okay. And then we don't have any mountains in this territory, unfortunately, nor do we have any here. But we have a fair set of mountains, enough to kind of give us a little bit of a boost. I might go ahead and build a little city here and combine it with this region. I'll have to see how we kind of go from here. But that should be sustainable. Right? Where do we want to put this? We're losing a lot of food by moving it. That's such a weird, oddly shaped region, isn't it? I guess we can go ahead and shift it over here. So that should be fine. And let's end our turn. Okay. So I think next turn, I'm just going to go ahead and raise this to a city. We don't really care about being over the city limit. So that should be fine. I thought I assimilated someone. So let's go ahead and raise this into a city if we can. How much influence do we need? About like, what is that? I think 620. I could not see that. 6,200, I should say. We also have irreligion. I'm not going to bother with this just yet. I don't want to embrace secularism, and I don't really think it gives me too much option in terms of that. So we should be fine here. I think as we kind of approach the end game, we want to be careful with building holy sites and making sure we stay the religious leader. So, okay, there we go. A new event. Overseas interests. What is this? What is going on here? We'll retreat. Annoying little rebels there. Speaking of which, let me move my guys over here. Since the rebels seem to be coming from the east, I'll keep these guys in the city. Okay. And then I don't know why those guys are going elsewhere. Okay. What are you doing? Stay there. I'll upgrade you. And then we'll also get some units out, I think. I'll get a few swordsmen. And then maybe some pikemen. Oh, I didn't even recruit them as Morons. Let's get some of them. Okay. There we go. So we have a lot to build. So now we have overseas initiatives. An era of grand commerce is upon the empire. Trade routes riddle the land with wares fashioned in one corner. This is probably from all of our marketplaces. We'll not interfere. We're not going to be a bunch of Cubans and start seizing markets, so it should be fine. All right, let's build that Amba. Kind of reminds me of Machu Picchu. In the walls go all the way over the mountains too. So let's get a good look at that architecture. Okay, not too impressive in terms of architecture. It's just like a bunch of huts surrounded by some walls, but you're in the middle of the mountains in like the 1800s, so I guess you got to give them at least a participation trophy. Okay, and we can't rotate the camera, I don't think, so we'll have to wait for some other angles. However, that should be fine. I'll station my guys over here. We still have some archers in this unit. Let me upgrade this poor bastard. Okay, there we go. And some javelin riders from our Garamonte days. Let's get 12 here. We still have some more food districts. Okay, these are becoming a bit more prosperous with all the farmers' quarters added. There we go. And they're still trying to fight us. Very, very peculiar. Okay, I guess these rebels want to die. I'll place my knights, I guess, up here. And then leave my archers here. Again, the rebels are super, super annoying. I do not know why they persist, but they do. Just kind of like some kind of alien parasite. Okay, can I shoot these guys at all? No. What a big disadvantage. I think I'll probably just hold out then. These guys are draftees. They're not too strong. Okay, and let's just keep holding out. Okay. And then after I take enough damage with this knight, I think... Is he attacked yet? Okay, I'll retract him and then put up this guy. And then maybe start shooting here. There we go. Okay, not too bad. Okay, and then I'll end my round. There we go. Alright, what an idiot. Okay, but he's coming back up to the high ground, unfortunately. So we're gonna need to start shooting again, I think. Then I'll start counterattacking, maybe. See how this goes. We might need to retreat back to the walls. Okay. Move these guys here. Right, he's gonna take some damage, unfortunately. Okay, so let's retreat back to the walls. Come here. And then we'll wait for them to kind of start attacking here. I don't know why they keep doing that weird movement, but we should be fine. Okay, that's the end of that little skirmish, and because of that, we are upgrading our guys. So we're gonna keep whatever amount of money we have, keep them in the city, and they should be protected. Fine by me. Okay, and now we're building our next Amba. Okay, we have 5 guys at the moment. We currently have 6, so we might want to start thinking about fleshing out our armies here. I think we'll go ahead and finish off these rebels before they get any funny ideas. Okay, we'll rush at them with our knights. And I think take them out with our archers right now. We can. There we go. Can I not shoot? There we go. Very, very bizarre. Okay, and now we'll shoot up close since he can't attack us off that cliff. End round. There we go. And then I can always retreat him somewhere else. Start shooting at these guys. No. And then just finish it off with the knights there. Okay. There we go. That's much, much better. Okay. And now that little parasite has been extinguished, I think we gotta grab another horseman for the city. And we built the Amba, haven't we? Where is that? You build that somewhere? Okay, I forgot to click on it here. I think I was still deciding. We'll build it here. Or maybe here, actually, for the Commons Quarter. Let's get that. And after that, what do we want? I think I wanted to build a knight. Okay, the spawn point is full. Okay, that makes sense. All right. So now that that's done, we're going to keep upgrading our warriors, do a little bit of management here. And I think we'll get furnace steel. Okay, and that should be okay. All right. So now that that's happening, I think we'll get a few more quarters out, and then we'll call that into today's episode and just see how far things go. Okay, late game Humankind, not too interesting. We should be getting railroads up soon, though, so we'll kind of have to wait with bated breath and look to see how that turns out. Okay. I think in the meantime, though, I was saving influence to build a city. Our only city, I think, that has a substantial amount of mountains here is, what is this called? Alzir. So let's upgrade that. Our first Ethiopian city. Interesting little layout here. And I think this is the same building that was on the cover art for the African DLC. So with that said, let's build. We have an Amba available. Okay, there we go. I was worried that we had to be next to it to build the Amba. Okay. Let's build that here, get it out of the way while we can. Only one turn. We already start with some of the infrastructure from building this city, which is really nice. Okay, we can also build some hamlets too, which is very, I think, efficient. Build one here, get our production out, and that should be sustainable. Okay. Start upgrading these guys, and then while I'm out that, let's round out these guys with one more crossbowman, or one more throwy guy, a javelin thrower, and then maybe a pikeman to counter some cavalry. I think the Umayyads, our neighbors, like to use and spam cavalry, so that should be good. Our fame is really, really low, though, which worries me at the moment. Okay, here we go. All right, and who are you to fortify? I think it was this guy over here. Okay. And we already built our Amba here too, which is great. Okay, so that should be satisfactory. We have a new event, the Hard Knock Life. Definitely not based off of a song. Though children can be potent, not to mention cheap. Laborers such lives tend to be nasty, brutish, and short. Decreeing an education for all would dramatically increase their long-term prospects. Do we really want to educate children and give them basic human rights? Kind of a controversial issue. We could just we could concede, actually. Oh no, this is not conceding. That's on the side of the opposition. This would just basically force them to work. I guess we can do compulsory schooling and not make children die at and have an average age expectancy of 12 and die at sweatshops. I don't know, seems a bit controversial for the times. Maybe you want to build some more puppy mills or something. I don't know what the hell we do here. So I think, here we go. Let's keep reinforcing. We live in a very, very dark country. You have to understand. We build mountain forts and sacrifice children. Okay, so let's get a food district here. These mountains are just not doing it for me, are they? Oh, we had an amazing maker's quarter here. Plus 17. I'll take it. Naval artillery. Where is the train station? Let me just see this here. Okay, we still have not researched centralized power. Probably need to get that. Okay, there's the Oromo cavalry. Encyclopedia. Okay, interesting. And the steam engine. That's the train station, isn't it? Some railways up. Okay, let's go ahead and try to get that. Where's our way to get that? Okay, we'll have to go through movable terrace or typeface. Okay, makes sense. Gotta put some ads out to actually advertise our train services there. Okay, so we built our Amba here. It's well fortified. It's kind of weird because it's isolated in the center of our country, so it's not gonna be too much use, but it's gonna provide us with some science to kind of rocket through the eras. So our ability is coming in at the cost of being one of the worst affinities, the militarists. So at least as a pacifist player, it has very little use to me. Okay, build some more food places. Okay, plus 4, not too useful. Plus 11. You could probably use some science. Okay, there we go. And let's get one more commons quarter, I think. Okay, I'm not getting rid of that Nkong. No, thank you. End our turn. Okay, there we go. So I think that'll be it for today's episode with all of our current buildings. I wanted to show off the Ethiopians, their forts. Maybe we'll get around to the Oromo cavalry in a later episode, but we basically get tons of science from this, and it really helps speed us forward in the tech tree. I don't think it shows us where the other cultures are in the tech tree, kind of like Civ, but we're getting 1200 or 1220 science per turn, and then getting a lot from our civic compatibilism. And I think we're also getting, I should show us the science from garrisons, but I don't think it is. So we're getting a lot of science. That's all you need to know. And we're also the faith leader. Okay. So that should be good. Actually, Babylonian shamanism is putting up getting some kind of revival. Interesting. All right, so we're not as dominant as we thought. Olmec polytheism looks worse for wear. Anyhow, I should probably get some trades up, but that'll be it for today's episode. If you want to see the Let's Play continue with the Nigerians, please let me know. We might get to them next episode with how fast we're going. How are our arrow stars looking? Okay, we need to kill a few people, commit some war crimes, get some science up and running. And we're getting some builder stars quite quickly, too. Probably build one more city. Okay, but I think that'll be it for today. But yeah, that should be fine. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are playing as the Ethiopians and having quite some fun as we do it. So I thank you guys again for watching. Love you guys, and I hope to see you guys later. All right, peace.